This year, Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos. So I'd like to speak about 2 or 3 halachas that pertain to Yom Kippur on Shabbos. Actually, we're talking about Motz Yom Kippur, Motz Shabbos. Well, the first halacha is, the Mechaber says in Simon Tofresh Chav Dalid, that Motz Yom Kippur, that falls on Shabbos, Mavdilan ala Kois, you make Havdalah, every Yom Kippur you make Havdalah ala Kois. Ve'ein mevorchen ala B'samim. But Motz Yom Kippur, you don't make a bari mina B'samim on Motz Yom Kippur. Afilu imchal liyas b'Shabbos. Says the Mechaber, even if Yom Kippur falls on a Shabbos, you don't make a bari mina B'samim Motz Shabbos. And says the Mishnah Berurah, why not? Shetam habracha k'dei laheshev es hanefesh mipnei neshama yisera shalcha. The neshama yisera is leaving, so you want to appease the nefesh that his counterpart left. So you snub summon, and that appeases the neshama that's left over. The neshama yisera is leaving, so the neshama that's still there, you give him some to smell, and it appeases him. V'achshav b'yom kippurim lo haya boi neshama yisera mipnei ataynis. On Yom Kippur, it falls out on Shabbos, there's no neshama yisera because of the tinus. Therefore, you don't make a bari mina b'samim on Motz Yom Kippur. That's the reason why. This reason's from the Kol Boy. But says the Mishnah Berurah, and they say no. V'sevim k'shechal b'Shabbos yesh levorech ala b'samim. You do make a bracha ala b'samim. And they hold, maybe there is a neshama yisera. Who said the neshama yisera comes only for the food? Maybe the neshama yisera comes even not just for the food. Company. That's what company neshama yisera comes to Shabbos. So
today we're like Malachim.
Yeah.
Seems to me it should be there.
It should be there, yeah.
Yeah.
So he doesn't say, the Mishnah doesn't say the reason why the Achreinim hold you make a bari minimum sum. He doesn't say mefurish because.
You do or don't. What's the bottom line?
What?
You do or don't.
Oh, a second.
You
got 20 minutes left.
This guy didn't leave 5 minutes. I think we do, right?
So the Mishnah says that the Achreinim say do make a bari minimum sum, and the ein kach shash bracha levatala kimin shenen. Even if it's a suffix, right? You have a suffix here. Should you make a bari minimum sum? Should you not make a bari minimum sum? Says the Mishnah, is no chash bracha levatala because the ma'aseh you're being nana. The ma'aseh you're smelling b'samim. The truth is, even any time during the week, when you make a bari mina b'samim, you should make a bracha. You have to make a bracha. You're nana, so you make a bracha. So, but there's another issue over here. Besides the fact that maybe bracha levatala is a shayla v'hefsek. You're saying a bari pi'agafen. Then you're saying a bari mina b'samim, then you're saying havdalah, and then you're drinking the grape juice, bari mina eish, right? Then some havdalah, and then you drink the grape juice. Between the bari pri'agafen and the drinking of the grape juice, you're making a bari mina b'samim, which maybe we shouldn't be making. That over here the Mishnah doesn't address. He addresses maybe a bracha levatala, but a hefsek in the middle. What happened to the hefsek? Now, the truth is, I think someone here touched on it last week. We have the same Shana Rosh Hashanah the second night. The second night Rosh Hashanah, you make a Shechiyanu misafik. Then you make a bari pi'agafen, you make Kiddush, and then you make a Shechiyanu, and then you drink the wine. If the Shechiyanu is misafik, what happened to a bracha in the middle, which is maybe you don't need the bracha, and it's a hefsek? So the answer to that question is that it's only a hefsek if I'm doing something that doesn't belong there for sure. If I'm doing something because of the suffix, if it belongs there, even if it's only misafik, here's 2 mefurish rayas that it's not a problem of hefsek. It comes up a bunch of times. Here's 2 cases that if you're making a bracha and it's a suffix if you should make that bracha or not, and you're doing a lechumra, you're making a bari mina b'samim, it's not a problem of a hefsek. That's what I find Mishnah Berurah. Even though there's a lot of people today. So what's the minhag today? A lot of people today have a minhag that it comes out of Motz Shabbos. They'll make a havdalah without the b'samim, and after they drink the wine, they'll make a bari mina b'samim and smell b'samim.
A lot of people do that?
Yeah, a lot of people have that minhag. Yes,
do?
I don't do that. No, we make a bari mina b'samim in the havdalah, and that's why the Mishnah Berurah comes out that you should make a bari mina b'samim in the havdalah. The Amid Hagam not to. Everyone has their own minhag. But from the Mishnah comes out that you should make a Bari Milah B'Samim in Havdalah, and you don't have to worry about a hefsek, because if you're doing it to be ate to that shita, there's no problem of a hefsek.
So if you're in shul and you make Havdalah for the island and you don't smell the B'Samim, when you go home, you should make a Bari Milah B'Samim.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
People don't do that.
Yeah, if you're in shul and the B'Samim doesn't come to you when you get home, and the regular Motzei Shabbos you're talking about. Yeah. You should
How
go.
about this much Shabbos?
Even this Motzei Shabbos. But this Motzei Shabbos, they probably won't they make Havdalah in shul.
Sure. Yeah.
They do. And what do the ladies do in the house?
You do nothing in the house.
So what
No, they didn't hear the
They
Rabbi.
don't have
Havdalah.
shul. I mean, they don't go to shul, you mean?
If they don't go to shul, yeah.
Yeah, but my wife comes to shul.
Yeah, but the ladies, if the husband's in shul, the wives are home, there's a whole shiloh about Havdalah.
Don't you have to make it again when you get home?
You can't make it again when you get home. So the question is Mechuyev and Havdalah. If your wife is home and you're in shul, Motzei Yom Kippur, don't make Havdalah in shul. Make Havdalah when you get home for your wife. There's a whole shiloh for ladies that are allowed to make Havdalah. They're Mechuyev and Havdalah.
Not to be Yotzei Havdalah that they're making.
Yeah, it might have to be it. But otherwise, there's a problem when you get home with the ladies making Havdalah. That is the B'Samim. So there's a machlokes say whether the Neshama is Seder or not. It's a child if you make B'Samim. I have a similar question on Chalamoid Sukkos. Chalamoid Pesach, the minig is Shabbos Chalamoid Pesach. The minig is we don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim. I think everyone has that minig. We don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim. And the misminig originated because they used to have alcohol in the B'Samim, and it was a question of chametz. It was a question of chametz, and therefore they didn't use B'Samim on Pesach at all. Still, we don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim Pesach. Chalamoid Sukkos is a question. Some people also have the meaning. The reason is because we're going from Shabbos into Chalamoid. We're not going to a regular weekday. And that, the Neshama has appeased the way they're going into Moed. The same way Motzei Shabbos going into Yom Tif. A regular Motzei Shabbos going into Yom Tif. You make Havdalah, you make a Bari Milah Eish, but we don't make a B'Samim. Why not? The Neshama Yisrael is leaving. Why not you make a Bari Milah B'Samim?
When is this?
On a regular Yom Tif. Yom Tif that falls out on Motzei Shabbos. Sunday. Sunday is Yom Tif. So Motzei Shabbos, we don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim. Motzei Shabbos we make a Bari Milah Eish, but not a Bari Milah B'Samim. Yak Nahaz, right? Yak Nahaz, there's no Bari Milah B'Samim in there. Why not? Because the Neshama is leaving, and the Neshama that's left over is going into Yom Tif. That's enough to appease the Neshama that's left over. But, so some people say Chalamoid also, going into Chalamoid also, we don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim. Okay, everyone has a Omen Hagam, on Sukkot, Pesach, I think most people have the meaning, you don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim Chalamoid Shabbos Pesach, but Sukkot is Yesh V'Yesh. Some people do, some people don't.
So this year we're coming out of Shabbos into Chol Moed.
This year, right. So this year, it would depend on the minhag. A lot of people will make a Bari Milah B'Samim Shabbos Chalamoid Sukkot.
That's what's mean that
I think most of the Ashkenazim will make a Bari Milah B'Samim. I think so.
When you're going from Shabbos to Cholamoid, do you say in Kodesh LaKodesh or in Kodesh
In
LaChol?
Kodesh L'Chol. Kodesh L'Chol.
It's still cold.
Yeah, you go to Kodesh L'Chol. Yeah.
Keyword there.
Check it out.
I never read this.
So what? Chalamoid Sukkot you don't?
Pesach. I can't remember.
Pesach, most people don't make a Bari Milah B'Samim Pesach.
We reach Chassidimim usually. That was the
Yeah?
thing. Yeah.
I don't recall it.
Because you had something different. You would always reach for something different. Because you didn't have your regular Psalm thing and
You can make it on
most
Paris too. You can make it on apples.
Sure, but the minhag is that we didn't make Psalmim on because of chash of alcohol. Chash of
That's why
chametz.
you used something else. You didn't use that. Use a different something, like coffee or something.
Yeah, but
People don't. Eh?
yeah, people don't make Psalmim at all. I thought the minhag most of the clients they don't make it. Could be I'm wrong.
Well, we have here. I think every guy here's that.
shaking her head.
I don't know. I gotta check this out.
Maybe we didn't know you're not supposed to do
I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
Is it normal to make Bari Milah B'Samim on coffee? The smell of coffee?
The question is whether it's Psalmim or coffee.
You can or cannot.
I'd say
Every time I
Psalmim.
open up a new, like, into some coffee, It's so amazing.
Yeah, we don't make a bracha.
Just a flower.
We don't make a bracha. No. Samim is spices.
I know.
And outside the samim is a different thing. Any good smelling food, you don't make a boy minimum samim. It has to be something that's a spice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the boy minimum samim, Shiloh. There's another halacha. On Matzah Yom Kippur, we make a boy mari eish. Every Matzah Yom Kippur. We make a Matzah Yom Tiv. We don't make a boy mari eish. The only time we make a boy mari eish is on Matzah Shabbos and on Matzah Yom Kippur. And Matzah Shabbos, everybody knows the reason why you make a boy mari eish, because fire was created on Matzah Shabbos. And if you make a boy mari eish, why do you make a boy mari eish on Matzah Yom Kippur? What's the reason for that? So the reason is, and more because that even for Matzah Shabbos, there's two reasons why you make a boy mari eish. We'll see a lot of differences for what the reason is. One reason is, like we said, because fire was created on Matzah Shabbos. Another reason the Gemara brings down is because on Shabbos they used to light a fire. And there used to be nana from the fire. They used to cook with the fire during the week. Shabbos, you're not allowed to use the fire. You're not allowed to use the fire on Shabbos. You're not allowed to cook with the fire on Shabbos. You're not allowed to touch the fire on Shabbos. It's muktzah. Yom Tiv, you're allowed to use the fire on Yom Tiv. You're not allowed to cook with the fire on Yom Tiv. So Matzah Shabbos, now that you're allowed to use the fire, so now you're being nana from the fire. Now you're allowed to have enough from the fire. Till now you weren't allowed to be nana from the fire. You weren't allowed to use the fire to cook. Matzah Shabbos, now you're allowed to use the fire. Same thing with Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, you're not allowed to use the fire in Yom Kippur. Fire is muktzah in Yom Kippur. You can't cook with it. You can't move it. It's muktzah in Yom Kippur. Matzah Yom Kippur, now you're allowed to use the fire. That's what the Gemara calls a ner sheshavas. Ner sheshavas means a ner that rested. Shvisa. So on Matzah Yom Kippur, you have to make a bracha on a ner, but it can't be any ner. It has to be a ner that you had on Yom Kippur. You couldn't use that ner, and now Matzah Yom Kippur, you're allowed to use that ner. That's called ner sheshavas, a ner that rested. You couldn't use it. So we're making a bracha that now I could use it. Now what's the difference between the two reasons? The obvious difference is that if the reason is because of ner sheshavas, so if you don't have a fire in your house on Yom Kippur, and it comes Matzah Yom Kippur, you want to light a match and make a boyer mari eish, you can't do that. So you can't light a Havdalah candle and make a boyer mari eish Matzah Yom Kippur.
What do you do?
Oh, so what do you do Matzah Yom Kippur? We'll get to that in a second. Because that is not a ner sheshavas. That's what the Gemara calls ner sheyotza eitzim va'avonim. Yotza eitzim va'avonim. It comes a new fire that comes out that you can't use in Matzah Yom Kippur. On Matzah Shabbos, we have another reason why we make a boyer mari eish, which is because it was created in fire. So then you could make a bracha on light a match, light a Havdalah candle, and you can make a boyer mari eish. That's Matzah Shabbos. So what do you do on Yom Kippur? So Yom Kippur, you have to light a fire every Yom Kippur, and that's why we have those 24-hour candles, the yurtzeit candles. But the question is the yurtzeit candle itself. We'll get to that in a second. You light a candle, and that candle, you use Matzah Shabbos, that ner was Shavis. This ner I didn't use the whole Yom Kippur. It's called Ner Shavas. Matzah Yom Kippur, you make a boyer mari eish on that fire. Now, there's a whole shaila. I had a fire, I had a candle, a yurtzeit candle, or something they call a Levitic candle, right? So the candles you light on Yom Kippur for Simmer for Chaim. Some people have a minute, they light a candle for Simmer for Chaim. So those candles are not meant to use. A yurtzeit candle is not meant to use. So if you have a yurtzeit candle and you light it out of Yom Kippur for a yurtzeit, because Yizkar, because Yizkar Yom Kippur, and it comes Matzah Yom Kippur, you want to use that candle for a boyer mari eish, you're not supposed to use it. Because that's not a ner sheshavas. That one is not a ner sheshavas. That anyway you weren't going to use.
Well, some people use yurtzeit candles for Yom Tov time. You want to light it from the yurtzeit.
Right, yeah. So
that's not for
But you have to
right. No, I'm saying if you designate it for yurtzeit candle.
then it's not
I don't mean the actual type of candle. Yeah. So a lot of people, every people they light a yurtzeit candle for Yizkar, and the next to they light another yurtzeit candle, and that they call the ner sheshavas. You light two, one for the outside, one for the Yiskar, and one you light that should be a Ner Shabbos. And that candle, because the halacha is brought down if you have a Ner Beis HaKnesses or a Ner Mishum Kavod, all these neirs that you light that aren't meant to be used is not called a Ner Shabbos. So if you have it on Yom Kippur, a different type of candle, you shouldn't use it. It should be a Ner that you lit, and it's a Ner Shabbos. I'm setting this aside that I'm not using this candle on Yom Kippur. That's called the Ner Shabbos. And then on Motzei Yom Kippur, you make a Bar Meri Eish on that fire.
Well, let's say you did not do that, and now it's Motzei Yom Kippur.
So if you didn't do it and after Motzei Yom Kippur, the halacha is you could use your Yortzeit candle. You could
Or,
use it.
let's say you didn't have a Yortzeit candle. You can't strike a match. That's
So to
useless.
strike a match is a Shabbos you could use it. You make a Bar Meri Eish on that.
So what do? You can't eat till
So you go to a neighbor. You go to a neighbor. Go to a neighbor.
Explain to me
Yeah.
again. We're not going into Shabbos, we're going to weekday.
It's a problem.
Right.
You're going to weekday, yeah.
And why is it you cannot strike a match in a weekday?
No, you can't create a new fire. You have to make a bracha on a fire that was there in Yom Kippur, and you weren't allowed to use it. It's called Ner Shabbos. And now that I wasn't allowed to use it, now I could use that Ner. So with the bracha Bar Meri Eish on Motzei Yom Kippur is a bracha that now I could be nana from the fire that I couldn't have been nana till now.
So you have to have a fire that exists.
Right, so you have to have fire. The whole question, if a guy lights a candle, right, on Yom Kippur, a guy lights a candle on Yom Kippur, and then Motzei Yom Kippur you want to use that candle, you can't use it. It's not a Ner Shabbos.
I have a question. What about the idea that the Havdalah candle has to be Orei Mor Reha Eish, has to have two...
So you could add. You could add. Take another candle, add to it, to make a...
Or you take another candle.
Yeah. That's what people do.
You take the Yortzeit candle and you light your Havdalah candle.
That's what people do.
Yeah.
No.
You don't do that?
From
No.
that candle to the...
You add to it. You have to make a bracha on that fire. If you go ahead and you light something from that candle, that's the question that's good enough.
So you have to take your Havdalah candle and that.
Right, it's hold it together. Hold it together. With that fire. Right.
That's hard.
Right.
That's very hard. You can there to your Havdalah candle.
Right, it's hard. That's what we do. We struggle every year.
Again, it's hard to do that because it's all
hard
at
to
the
do,
bottom.
right.
It's very hard because that's right. So what do you do?
It's very hard to do. So try, you know.
That's not a good answer.
That's not an answer.
Well, we struggle with it every year. We struggle with it. Try to bend it over,
So why
drop.
can't you take that
Get it
light
over, it goes
and
out.
light your Havdalah candle and then from the Havdalah candle?
No, it has to be the fire itself. A flame that comes from it,
Yeah.
it could be a new Ner already. It's not
So
the
you
Ner
need a 20
Shabbos.
You need a
a new
48-hour
Ner.
Havdalah candle.
Yes.
It's a new Ner.
It's a new industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
Because it'll be higher up and you can do it. Otherwise you can't do it. That's gonna bother.
Yeah, it's a new Ner. What happens is then it's a new Ner.
It'll go out. When you do it, it's gonna go out. You're not gonna do it. It's gonna go out.
The minute you tip it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It's almost gone.
It's almost
You need a
gone.
48-hour one. That's what you need.
Yeah, we struggle every year. You know, you stick the you take a small candle, you stick it in, you can do it.
But it'll go out. That's what's gonna happen.
You can stick in a long wick.
It's right
It's
near
long
the
wick.
bottom. It's gonna go out.
Yeah.
We're
coming to you.
You need a big candle, 2 wicks on it.
Do Havdalah and shul, see what happens.
Yeah. Sure, it's a sure worry about it.
No, you have to
They're fine.
open candles.
Tell your wife to come.
One of these bigger ones, 2 wicks on it.
Yeah.
You might be able to stick a second through beforehand.
I don't know if they put.
You know the long wicks they use for lighting
I'm not sure they put.
Shabbos candles?
Yeah.
The question is how long will the candle burn if you have 2 wicks? You need a 72-hour
Every day.
Oh, wait, you take
fire.
the wick out of that one. They're not rigid, so it's harder.
Okay, new project.
So one second. So this
What
year,
if you were just to take light your Havdalah candle with your Ner Shabbos,
Yeah.
and then just held your Ner Shabbos, had your Ner Shabbos in front of you,
Yeah, you could
and
do both.
the
Yeah,
other
the Chami,
candle,
then you could do both.
and then you could see them right in front of you.
Yeah, you can see both
as
of them.
opposed to like holding it
And the
right
Chami,
into one.
and then you made Bar Meri Eish on the Ner Shabbos one candle,
Yeah.
and then you have a vuku next to it.
Next
Okay.
to it, so
You could do that. You could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
But this year, one second. But this year, anyway, 1 second. This year, anyway, it's easier. Because this every year on a regular Motzei Yom Kippur, we make a bracha only because of Ner Shabbos.
Oh, right, because it's
Now
Shabbos,
we have
so-
Motzei Shabbos. you can make a bracha bar Eish even though you don't have an Esher Shabbos. Because Motzei Shabbos, you have a second reason why you make a bar Eish. Why? Because it's Yotzim Eitzim Avon, because it's created 5 square Motzei Shabbos. So on Motzei Shabbos you don't have an Esher Shabbos. On a regular Motzei Shabbos you strike a match and you may let you have the candle.
Strike a match now.
So this year Motzei Shabbos, the question is, this year as Motzei Shabbos, it's easier. Because I can make a bar Eish even without an Esher Shabbos. So that Mishnah Berurah brings down.
Be more relaxed for this year.
It is to be more relaxed, yeah.
By next year you'll
Next year, forget about it.
Relax again. That's
You're relax again next year.
Your job is
Friday
safe.
again next year. It's Thursday, Friday again next year.
Okay, Yom Kippur Shabbos.
2 years in a row.
Mutter Ladina Levarach B'Motzei Shabbos like Arizeh, which is a candle that was lit Motzei Shabbos. Okay, Minik Ha'olam L'Hachmir. Minik Ha'olam L'Hachmir. But definitely Motzei Shabbos. This year it's Motzei Shabbos. Definitely easier. You can make a Bari Meri Eish on a regular lit Havdalah candle lit after Yom Kippur, after Shabbos.
Is it better to do it the other way? It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it's better, but if it's
You
struggling,
want to do it that way.
the Chazchili you want to use an Esher Shabbos. You know, a very easy eight, like I said before, light a Havdalah candle and hold it next to the
Match,
thing.
light it with a match? Or
Light it with a match, or you could light it from the Esher Shabbos,
If you can.
and then make a Bari Meri Eish on both of them together. That's easy enough. Easy enough. But this year you have
that one, right?
an easier time than a regular year.
So the alternative is you just finish Yom Kippur and you do something wrong.
Right. Not doing
First thing
anything wrong.
after Yom Kippur.
When you do
The moment
as
after
soon
Yom
as you say
Kippur.
the Vuhu Rachum it's wrong because you're going fast already. Doesn't take long, does it?
No.
That's why. That's the famous question the world asks. What do you say? Slach lanu. What's Yom Kippur? Because for the Maravi just happened. Yeah. But so those are two halachas. It's good to know. It's good to know that there's such a din of Nesher Shabbos, which is like Yom Kippur, and in Motzei Shabbos. There's 2 reasons why I make Havdalah. Why I make a Bari Meri Eish. Either Nesher Shabbos or because fire came out on Motzei Shabbos. And there's another interesting halacha, which this gets a little more complicated, which is Tzedkas Tzedek. We say that on Shabbos.
So one more thing. On Yom Kippur, the status of fire is exactly the same as it is on Shabbos?
Correct.
Like in terms of moving the light?
Correct.
The candle?
Same exact
exactly
thing.
the same.
One's a mitzvah with Shemayim, one's Karas, and one's a mitzvah with the other, but for us it's the same thing.
Because
The
I would
punishment.
understand that it's muktzah for cooking and stuff like that, but for light itself,
No, it's
It's a Shabbos Habal
Another
Shabbos.
purpose.
and not just that. You can't carry on Yom Kippur either.
right.
There's a famous verse from the Goyin. The Goyin says, and we say in Parshas Emor, Eila Miyad Hashem, the Kruas Hamukar Kodesh. And what's the next pasuk? Sheish Yamatav V'Tzitzchom Lachtecha, V'Yem Hashvi Shabbos Hashem Elakecha. We start and go up with Eila Miyad Hashem. These are the Moyadim, and the next pasuk goes into Shabbos. Sheish Yamatav V'Tzitzchom Lachtecha, V'Yem Hashvi Shabbos Hashem Elakecha. What happened over here? Says the Goyin, this pasuk of Sheish Yamim is not going on weekdays. This pasuk of Sheish Yom Tava V'Tzitzchom Lachtecha is going on the Yom Tovim. 6 days of Yom Tif, you could do Malacha, Eichel Nefesh. What are they? Rosh Hashanah, Sukkot, first and last day of Sukkot, Pesach, Shavuos. Oh no, you can't. 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, you can't. 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, I think you can't. 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, 2 days Pesach, 2 days Sukkot, and Shavuos. Sheish which is 6.
Well, you counting Rosh Hashanah as 1.
No, sorry, a mistake. Rosh Hashanah is 1. Rosh Hashanah is 1, right?
Yeah,
Rosh Hashanah is 1. 2 Sukkot, the first and last day. 2 Pesach, and then 1 Shavuos is 6 days. Sheish Hashem Tavoid, 6 days allowed to do Malacha. Uv'Yem Shvi, which is Yom Kippur, Shabbos Hashem Elakecha. Has the same dinim as Shabbos. You can't cook, you can't carry. Same dinim as Shabbos. That's the
Erev you do. They do.
Because an Erev, yeah, even on Shabbos you carry as an Erev. Yeah.
But even on Yom Kippur,
Even Yom Kippur, yeah.
you carry.
You can carry. If there's an Erev, you can carry, yeah. But you have to have an Erev. On Yom Tov you don't have to have an Erev. There's another question about Tzedkos Tzedek. There's a machlokes mechaber and the Ramah whether we say Tzedkos Tzedek on Yom Kippur, Shchal V'Yes B'Shabbos.
I don't think we do.
What do you say?
I don't think we do.
Don't think we do. In Chal B'Shabbos, the mechaber says, Oyim Tzedkoscha v'Oyim Avinu Malkeinu. The Sfaradim say Tzedkoscha and they say Avinu Malkeinu. Madinas Elu says the Ramah, Ein Oyim Tzedkoscha v'Oyim Avinu Malkeinu. We don't say it. So we're not going to say Tzedkoscha this year, even though it's Shabbos. We don't say Tzedkoscha, and we don't say Avinu Malkeinu. Hold up Kippur. And Nilu will say Avinu Malkeinu, and also Mincha Erev Yom Kippur we're going to say Avinu Malkeinu. Even though usually you don't, but when it falls out on Shabbos, usually we don't say Avinu Malkeinu Mincha Erev Yom Kippur.
Don't do this for Shabbos, but not for Mincha. Usually.
Maybe Shabbos not Mincha.
Shabbos, but not Mincha.
No, my
We do for Shabbos.
yeah.
I think.
Maybe you're right. Okay, maybe you're right.
You mean Friday?
Friday morning.
Because it's too close to Shabbos, so we don't. I don't think it's.
Right, so it could be. It could be.
I think I'm not sure.
I don't remember offhand.
Definitely not Mincha, right?
No, Shachris.
Mincha Erev Yom Kippur.
You don't say it.
You don't say Avinu Malkeinu Mincha.
But even though Shabbos.
Because
You do it.
Yom Tov. You're talking about Friday.
No,
We're talking about Friday.
Friday. Even though Yom Kippur is Shabbos.
Yes.
You don't say Avinu Malkeinu Mincha.
We've never said that.
Okay.
the South African parliament.
And that's specifically you do say it. I don't
In the morning you did say it, right? I checked the calendar.
But you said it either way,
In the morning you
whether
said
it was Friday or Thursday. Question, does it change because it's Friday? You're not going to be able to say it on Shabbos.
I'm pretty sure I say Mincha Friday.
I thought you say it on Mincha Friday.
I'm pretty sure if
on
it's Friday, you say Mincha. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check it out.
I think so too.
Okay, now we know through a Sesame Tshuva from Slichas, part of the davening of Hashem Hashem Keracham Chanim, we say the Shlesh Esem Midras. Now, it's interesting we find that Tchiyah Shefer, the stuff from Rosh Chodesh Elul, that goes till Rosh Hashanah. Slichas basically starts right before Rosh Hashanah, and it's us Ashkenazim, and goes till Yom Kippur. So Slichas time is Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. The reason why we start Slichas before Rosh Hashanah is in order to be Mashlim, because certain days you can't fast between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's really a shlama of what's happening between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. So the main time of Slichas is from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. That's the main time of Slichas, and Slichas is basically, a lot of Slichas is Hashem Hashem, by Nila, we keep it saying it over and over again, Hashem Hashem. And the Gemara says in Rosh Hashanah, Vayavar Hashem upon the Vayikra, that's what we say before we say Hashem Hashem. Omer Rabbi Yechon, Mole Mikra Kosov, if not that the Pasuk says it, EF Shalom Imrei. You can't say it. Hashem wrapped himself up like a shliach tzibur. Said to Moshe, "Kol zman sheYisrael choytim." Anytime Klal Yisrael doing averos lefonai, yasu lefonai keseder hazeh. V'ani moichelhem. They should do this seder. Say Hashem Hashem, v'ani moichelhem. And that's why now when it comes time to a time of mechila, that we spoke last week, Rosh Hashanah was the time of Malchus. First we have to know who we're asking Mechila from. That we established. Now we all know very clear now, Rosh Hashanah will call upon ourselves the Malchus Shemayim. Now, the next step is to ask Hashem for Mechila. Hashem Hashem is basically asking Hashem for Mechila. That's what Hashem Hashem is. And Hashem told Moshe, Nis'atev Keshatz, and anytime you need to, say the phone, I can say to Hashem Hashem. And all the Achrayim are asking, what does this mean? That Hashem said he was Mis'atef Keshat. He wrapped himself up in a talis like a shliach tzibur, and he said Hashem Hashem. What is this Mis'atef Keshat? What does that mean? So the Maral has a very interesting shot over here. And the Maral says, what is it Hashem said through the Satif Kashatz, Mifnei, Ki Itu Shal Shatz, Hu Shalo Yeh Lo Netiya, Yemin Usmoil, Lashum Tzad Klal, Zehu Itu. What is Itu? What is when he wraps himself up like a Shatz? But it means if someone puts a talis over his head, you don't turn that to the right, not to the left. You can't see anything if you wear talis correctly. If people wear talis just to cover, the back part of the head and the chanami, you don't have that. If you wear talis over your head correctly, then you don't see to the right and you don't see to the left. It's blocking your vision. So Hashem or the Sativ, he says, you want to come to me and you want to ask Rachamim, the first thing is the Sativ Kashatz. Make sure that your head is covered, and what are you gaining by that? You're not pointing yamin and not too small, you're not being distracted by anything else. Your full concentration right now is towards me. V'oz hakriya b'kavana, then you can have full kavana, l'gamri, v'tech oimik halev v'amitzay. V'loi kach kasha eine v'utaf, she'oz efsher ki yipoinu l'dvar macherim, he's looking around, and he says like this, Omnam, ein hadavar toila v'ituf. The main thing is not to wrapping yourself up in a talis. It's not the main thing. Rak kasher akriya ma'amitzay b'kavana, davar zeh nikra ituf. But someone has the full concentration when he's davening, that is called ituf. Full concentration when you're davening is called ituf. So Hashem said to Moshe, and it says this was something, a soid that Hashem gave to Moshe Rabbeinu. A soid, and it was and he said, say Hashem lefanai, and I'll be moichel all the avoidus, and he threw away this thing of his atif kashatz. Says the Maral, this is atif kashatz is one thing. So atif kashatz means kavana, don't be distracted by anything else while you're davening. In the Seres Me'tshuva, I always give an eitzah, you daven in Seres Me'tshuva, and there's a Melech HaKadosh, and there's a Zachein L'chaim, Micha Moicha. A person who davens out of a siddur at that time of year is guaranteed he's going to forget something. It's guaranteed he's going to forget something. Whenever someone comes to ask me a shayla, I'm not sure to say Melech HaKadosh, I remember while I was saying I had a mind to make sure I say it, but then the next time I woke up I was very holding by Baruch Aleinu, so I'm not sure what happened in between.
Baruch Aleinu or Aleinu?
Or Aleinu. These are all questions that are coming up with a Melech HaKadosh because you have to daven over again. Usually I ask the person, did you say Zachein L'chaim? I'm not sure, I don't think so, I remember. So I get everybody to say, mate, so when it comes to Seres Me'tshuva, a person is mechuyev to say every word inside the siddur. Otherwise, you're guaranteed to forget. Now, a lot of people like davening by heart, so there's two ways you could daven by heart. One way is look around, which everyone agrees. That's someone who's davening by heart that's looking around. There's no chance in the world that he's going to have kavanah. There's no chance in the world. Sabai Shemon Esrei, Sabai Pshukah de Zimra. The person's looking around while he's saying the words. There's no chance he's mechavan to the words that he's saying. It's impossible. Then there's people daven by heart and they close their eyes, which is possible then to be mechavan. But also when you close your eyes, there's a new world that opens up in front of you. And we all know what that world is. The whole world of machshava that opens up in front of you, and your mind can go, wherever it is. So, if the whole thing of Hashem, which is, like the Maral said, the Satef Petalis, to have the correct kavanah, not that a mind shouldn't wander, it's a good eitzah that when someone davens in a Seres Me'tshuva, we said last week, we want to do something in a Seres Me'tshuva to show that we're acting differently. It's a good thing to daven every word from the siddur, because then you're guaranteed you're saying and you're concentrating on the words. If you're holding it, you're saying every word, at least for Shemona Esrei, at least that part, the person should daven every word from the siddur, because then you'll say the Zachein L'chaim, the Micha Moicha, you want to be present with the Melech HaKadosh and Melech HaMishpat. It's much easier that you won't forget. If possible, do the whole davening that way, that's A. And B, everyone's looking like when the davening of Yom Kippur, trying to get to kavanas and try. I think the best kavana for Yom Kippur davening is to make sure you know the taich of the words. Unfortunately, if you ask any person the taich words of most of the davening, especially on Shoshana, most of the taich words they don't know. The person that is concentrate on the words and taich every word to himself, especially if you have a machzor with taich, with an art scroll, whatever machzor you have in front of you, and you can know the translation of the words, that itself is a way of the Eibusher with Kabbalah with Tfilas. That is side kavanah. It's partially the ivrit taich, the explanation of the words. That itself is called the kavanah b'davening. So it's a good eitzah. Maybe we should together be mekavan something that's for the Seres Me'tshuva. we should daven lishma esa in a siddur, and everything else if possible also to daven in a siddur, which always like to have a chesir tov and a good kibbutz shiur.
Let's keep it the shechiona bracha that women make for lighting candles. It's a whole different halacha. Once you say shechiona, it's yom kippur. You can't get in that car.
Oh, for ladies, of course not. Yeah. Once,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why you have all this.
No, when ladies light candles, once
Like
every Yom Kippur,
some people light
They don't
candles
have
at home and then they go to shul. Right?
they drive to shul. No.
Yeah, they don't accept it.
They don't accept it. They're not accepting it.
So that the law like this. If anybody's Makabel Shabbos, once you Makabel Shabbos, you can't drive a car anymore, even though it's not. It's still early. A lady, some ladies when they light candles, that is their Kabbalah Shabbos. There's something called you can be Makabel Shabbos al Tanai. I'm lighting candles. Al Tanai, I'll be able to drive my car to shul. That's called Makabel Shabbos al Tanai. And not for everything can you do that. For a mitzvah, you're allowed to do that.